Welcome to episode 16 of the Decompression Chamber. Our opening quote today is going to be from Stephen Hawking. I've noticed even people who claim everything is predestined and we can do nothing to change it look before they cross the road. Roll the intro.
No doubt that I never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that's your what I guess we about to cascade.
Yeah, I thought that was a good quote just because I feel like it pretty well encapsulates how I feel about the whole free will determinism debate. I think that, I'm not sure about which side is true or whether sides can be true about the idea that, everything is predetermined or, you have actual free will. But even if everything is predetermined and we have no control, at least I still like to believe I have free will, even if I don't. Yeah, just something to think about. It's not even going to be the main topic of this episode, because today was probably the most eventful day I'll have for the next couple of months, unless shit changes. But yeah, so I woke up this morning, and normally, as I've said before, we have a Monday morning meeting, 10 a.m. every Monday with my film course, just we discuss what's going on, and we just have our brief for the week kind of thing. And so kind of just very casually, my course leader, Kieran, he just says so one of the other lecturers who was in charge of our documentary project was wondering why nobody on this side of the course submitted the project last Friday. And I was like, this is strange, last Friday. And, I've got a couple of group chats with my uni flatmates, they're also on my course, so we were all panic mode, what's going on, what is this? So Cornelius very bravely kind of pipes up and goes wait, do you mean the documentary proposal or the actual documentary? See, the documentary proposal is due at the end of this week, and I thought the documentary was supposed to be due in February, 26th. And he goes, no, the documentary itself is due this Friday. And immediately is panic mode from everybody who I know on my course. There's two different group chats where everybody's what the fuck is going on? Personally, I went through the 5 stages of grief. I was in denial, and then bargaining, and then I got to acceptance pretty quick, truth be told. I remember just laying this bed behind me thinking fuck, I'm gonna have to put together a documentary in a week. I was fully resigned to it at one point. And basically I sent a screenshot of the brief, the packet of information, to my course leader Kieran, because I was surely I can't have just made up in my head that this is a month later than the deadline actually is. And so the information packet that we've been given, the information packet that I've been using to kind of base my documentary from, it says on the front in bold, due date 26th of February 2021. So we have a meeting with our whole year group, and both the lecturer who's in charge of the documentary and the lecturer who runs the course. And so it takes a bit of convincing and a bit of clarifying, and then eventually my course leader, thank God, he just sets it back to the original date. And I was just supremely relieved, as I'm sure you can imagine, because that's 5 weeks away nearly, whereas I was thinking it was going to be at the end of this week when it was due, which is, quite frankly, not a good position to be in. My documentary project is going on okay, but I was working to the timeline of it being due late next month, not it being due this Friday, so I was very relieved. And to be honest, it was kind of weird, but that moment of anxiety and stress and the kind of the ups and downs of that journey was really gratifying. I actually think it gave my day a lot of sense and a lot of meaning in a weird way. Just in the fact that for a second I really got in my head and I was right, well it's time to crack on to business then. It's put everything else aside and just do this. And then when I found out, I was I can ease off a bit. I can have a beer and just work on my documentary proposal, which is due still this week. That's the thing, is ever since that first deadline came, now it's just been deadline after deadline consecutively. So I'm just plugging my laptop in so it doesn't die. But yeah, it was just a bit of a weird thing that happened, I guess. I was kind of thinking at one point, I wish they didn't make us go through all this stress, but I realised it was quite a well needed wake up call, really. It made me realise, how much more I could be doing in terms of my work ethic. I'm a procrastinator, I'm lazy, I like to browse the internet in bed while relaxing, sue me. And yeah, there's more I could be doing, and to be honest, it just reminds you that, you know, unpredictable stuff happens. Like, for context, the lecturer who made this error, he's an extremely well experienced film professional. He's filmed like episodes of The Crown and like worked on like broadcast television for a long time, so it's not like he's inexperienced. It was just there was a bit of a muddle up with the information, and it made stuff complicated, and then it kind of untangled itself, which is strange. But yeah, and it was kind of funny because I felt personally affronted by this, because I'm one of the documentary project leaders, which meant that I felt like it was affecting me majorly. So I was like, well, I'm going to try and take some action, see what I can do. I was not the only one, but I was at the forefront of the people arguing with the lecturer who was mistaken, you know. And after that, my main lecturer, Kieran, he kind of sent me a couple of nice personable messages just saying like, I hope everything's working out and everybody's happy. You know, I'm lucky enough to feel like the people who run my course are very competent and they know what they're doing, and they're using their skills as educators to educate me well and give me a platform I need to improve my creative abilities. But you know, it's just another reminder that everyone's human, everyone makes mistakes. Even people who've been doing their job for 10 plus years, you know, they still might have an off day or an off week, you know. And it's a reminder to me, at least, that when someone's having an off period, you don't put them down for it, you don't, you know, think of them worse, you see it as a position of improvement, and you just think, I hope they find a way to sort it out. Or, you know, I'm not the type of person I can't really support my lecturer in terms of their ability to teach. I can just give feedback and hope that they have support from the structure around them, you know. And it did just make me think in general, like, about like support systems, you know, like what support systems you have in your life, because I feel like, you know, no man is an island, no woman or non-binary is an island, you know. There's everybody's got to be strengthened by the people around them, you know. And as much as I don't like being a burden on people, you've always got to rely on others to a certain extent to give you strength, to support you, to, you know, hear you out. And so I try and take a note now of the people who I feel like I can come to if I have problems, or who will just talk to me when I talk to them, kind of thing. And I find immense value in that, just knowing that there's people out there who, if I have a problem, they will give me supportive messages, or if I'm feeling stressed, they'll take my mind off it and, you know, say something or send me a message that makes me laugh. You know, just every small thing is like, it reminds me that I'm not alone. You know, as much as sometimes I can feel alone, that's a feeling I create myself. It's where I'm blind to others. It's not that other people aren't there to support me. It's that I don't do a good enough job of reaching a hand out and yeah, anchoring myself. I don't know, even if that makes sense, even if it doesn't, it's just kind of where I'm at right now. And so yeah, I'm staying grateful. I'm grateful that my deadline's been pushed back. I'm grateful for, as I said, the people who support me. I'm grateful that, you know, I'm grateful that I've been doing well recently. I feel pretty good. I'm trying to stay on top of my shit. I'm progressing slightly with my exercise regimen, but like everything's in small steps. Speaking of which, actually, I feel like actually no, I can't be asked to get up. Basically, I've been writing stuff on post-it notes. I love post-it notes. I'm looking at one right now on my shelf, but it's just like, because I often like little reminders or quotes or small pieces of wisdom that have been given to me or that I've found, and it's weird because like I could just as easily type them up and save them on a Word document, but for me it feels more meaningful having it written down, feeling like it's coming from my hand, you know. It's the idea that like when I've written it, it's because my brain's decided it's something worth writing down, if that makes sense. And so yeah, I've just been trying to write post-it notes, even if it's just like a little reminder, or like, you know, I've been given a good idea to have these mental affirmations that I read out to myself every day to just try and remind myself of what's important to me and what I need to be telling myself, and quotes from books that I like, TV shows, films, all of that kind of jazz. And yeah, I'm grateful for everyone watching this video. I'm grateful for my ability to see this wonderful world, and yeah, I hope you have a good whatever.